how to plan 60 days of content so it is curated and scheduled out so that you can get busy growing your business and doing what is most important. So I'm always looking for a new tool, a new technology service, something that helps simplify this process. And I have a program that's called 7 Days for 7 Posts. And that just is like the mini version of what we're talking about today. So that's like always a great place to get started if you have not been somebody that has batch created or really started scheduling your content and that type of thing. So I strongly urge you to click the link in the show notes to get that, because that's really going to help you visualize. There's like a workbook, a worksheet that you can see, and you're going to visualize this. Now, just do it times, I think it's 8.79 weeks to get to the 60 days of content. So how do you do this? This is very much like you want to think high level first. Like you want to think about, what are your promotions? What are the things that you're focusing on? I know always in the salon, like we had some big themes. So sometimes it was around holiday. Sometimes it was around fun things that, our clients really liked. Other times it was based on fun things our staff was doing, like someone's getting married, or somebody was going to a certification training, or one of our associates was graduating from our internal salon success training. So the thing is that everyone's business is different. So you want to really think about, like what's most important to you and what's going to get you excited, what's going to get your team excited, and what's going to get your clients excited and engaged. So I feel like if you're really clear on those 3 things, you can never go wrong. It's always going to fit together and work out really beautifully when you put that all together in that way. So important and so very lovely. So some of the questions I like to ask myself is, sometimes as a business owner, you're all over the place. You want to do 3,000 things. Well, I know I am. So if you're anything like me, it's like we want to completely do all the creative ideas we have, and we want to do them all right now. And the fact is that you have to take a step back and say, okay, what's most important? So one of the things I like to do is visually create a mind map. So once I visually have a really cool mind map, then I can work within my priorities and sort of they're in buckets. So sometimes when I am planning content, if you make the mistake of just saying, okay, well, I need this many days of graphics and this many days of captions, if you haven't thought high level, none of it makes sense. None of it goes together. And in the past, I've done it that way because I've just went after the tactical side. And then I put in all these hours and I didn't really use any of it. So if you think above all of this, like your eagle bird's eye view of what is most important to you, what your business stands for, and what are the themes of the months that you're about to plan your content for. This is how you can do it at a higher level and be very, very strategic. It's very, very fun. It's fabulous. It's all the things. Okay, so one of my favorite questions to ask myself is after I have all those mind map buckets of what my priorities are, really being clear on, life purpose and that type of thing. For those of you that are new to hanging out with me, you may not know, but my life purpose is always to create and empower salon owners and other creative service business owners who are motivated to build a very profitable, heart-centered business by helping get them the systems, strategies, and support they need to truly be successful. So we're talking about success at every level, not just in their business, but in their life. So being really, really crystal clear on what it is that you do and who you serve and who you help is super important. Then I sort of have these categories that what we talk about, on Beyond Common Business Secrets, we talk a lot about marketing. And then underneath the marketing category is stuff like this, like how to create content, and it's time saving, right? So we're kind of hitting a few of our categories. So I talk a lot about marketing, mindset, leadership, saving time, and like living your best life. Really, really figuring out what's going to create the harmony in your life so you can enjoy your personal life and feel like a rock star while you're in your business. So it's that specific harmony that if you can find that between everything, it works so much better. So the categories, like underneath those categories of marketing, mindset, leadership, and that harmony of work-life balance, organization, that type of thing, you'll find like different subcategories. So under marketing, we focus a lot on attracting your target clients and what it looks like to keep them. So it's like long-term retention. We talk about hiring your dream team and really being authentic with what your company mission, vision, and your true purpose is. So when we have those things and we're super clear, it makes it so much easier to only attract into our life who has similar values and is willing to do all the work necessary because those align with their core values. So that's so important to think kind of all of this through. And then we talk a lot about creating like long-term raving fans, right? And then we'll talk about mindset and self-love and pricing. So I always believe that you should be charging a premium, like figure out how to be the absolute best in your area of expertise in your industry. But pricing is not that easy, like a price increase. Sometimes you have to walk people through the mindset behind it because that's actually bigger than doing it, right? We have to believe it first. And then under leadership, there's so many things that I'm passionate about. And these are all part of this whole thing about beyond common business secrets, right? Because the business secrets are about getting super clear on who we are and who we serve, knowing that there is a tribe of people that need these secrets. And so many of the things we used to not think of as important to business, like mindset and self-love and, and really being a leader that takes care of themselves, but empowers others to do that as well. These are some of the secrets that have been under the surface for so long and brewing under where nobody talked about them. So that's a big thing that's important to us. So knowing that and having that clarity is how you would then make your content. I'm just using that as an example, so that is super important. So when it comes to my company, the Beyond Common coaching and training company, we really, really, really love the idea of helping salon owners and business owners who want to build that profitable, heart-centered business and really, really achieve success. So that's so clear of who I am as a human and then who my company serves. So you just kind of need to bring those together. So I know that's a lot, but I promise if you spend a few extra minutes getting clear on what that is for you and who you serve and that's who you're writing the content for, that's going to make everything else so much quicker, faster, and it's going to save you so much time, money, and energy. Promise, promise, promise. I always share it this way because I already made lots of time, money, and crazy, crazy expensive mistakes so that you do not have to. So now, to get back on track to the targeted stuff. So that's high level stuff. You need to do it. Please do not skip that because if you do skip that stuff, this bullet list of things will not go as fast. You'll get stuck. You'll get frustrated. It'll take too long. And then you'll be like, oh, I'm just not going to post. But the thing is that social media is important for any type of industry. Does not matter what you do. It's not like, oh, well, that's the trend that the kids are doing. It is to stay relevant. You need to do it. So we don't have a choice here, no matter what type of business we're in, but especially in the salon industry, if you want to attract more of your favorite clients and have them turn into raving fans, if you want to attract a team of people that really, really get behind the mission and vision of your business, you need to do these things. So then you want to get really clear, after you do that, I say, to my team, like, let's make a list. So right now we're doing 60 days of content, right? So we all know that stuff on my team. It's, the high level stuff that's always working in the background. But before we did it that way, it used to take forever because it'd be all over the place. So once you have that really clear, it makes all the rest of this so simple and so much easier. So I definitely urge you to take the time to do that. So after you do that, then you'll say, okay, so 60 days of content, what is possible, right? So if it's just you doing it all, just pick like a platform, something small. If you have a team of like 5 people and everybody's willing to contribute to how you create content, then you can do more. But what we often do, especially creatives, is we try to take on way too much. So really be clear about in 60 days, what do you want to put out there? So here's an example. In 60 days, how many times are you going to email your clients? Are there promotional emails? Are there connection emails? Are there, hey, miss you, just checking in? Are there birthdays? What does that look like for you? So once you are clear about that, then you write down, okay, so in 60 days, I need to have X amount of emails. Are you somebody that has a blog? Do you have a blog for your business? Okay, how many blogs are you going to post in the 60 days? Once you know that, same thing. Then you have to pick, if you're just getting started, just pick one platform. That's like all you really need to do. If you have been doing it a while and you're about to add another platform, great. Then pick, the platform you've been using and then the new platform, like the very next one. So it's totally up to you, but that is the best way to do it. And trust me, I did not listen to all the gurus and the people that said, only do one thing at a time. And I was like posting on 17 different places. Well, not really. I think it's 7 actually. So, and it's like, you can't get any traction because you're everywhere. So you're kind of splitting hairs. So to be super clear, if you're not sure what platform is best, think about where your clients are. So if you can think of your top 2 or 3 favorite clients, where are they? Are they someone that's on Facebook all the time? Are they people that are on Instagram? If you're not sure, ask them. Or look at your analytics. Look at where sales are coming from. So you don't have to go at this in the dark, because sometimes it's like, well, I don't care. I'll do whatever platform. Just tell me which one. Well, look at what your clients' experiences are and like where they're actually coming from. That will help guide you in the right direction. And I know it's so exciting and it's always like, yay, I want to try the new latest and greatest. And that's all well and good, because you want to be like somebody that's like on it, that goes, and you're like the first there. However, if you haven't established enough of a brand identity and enough consistency on the platform that is going to generate clients for you, there's no point in all of this. So often people think that they have to do social media content or blogging or any of these things just because that's what everyone's telling them. However, if it's not actually bringing clients in the door that pay you, it's probably a waste of time. So you need to get clear and make sure that that's actually turning into revenue, actual foot traffic in your door that of people paying, or online people paying, whatever that looks like for you. Don't make the mistake of thinking that you have all this extra work to do and it's just tasks on your list. They have to lead to actually generating revenue and growing your income in your business for it to be something that you would put on your to-do list. So make sure, that's kind of why we were thinking about all the high level stuff. So just make sure you're really clear. So say, just for hypothetical, say we know we want to send, so in 60 days, we want to send, like 6 emails. So that's like, once every, like a little bit less than once a week. Like if that's where you are because you haven't been doing any, great, start there. If you're somebody that's consistently been doing it once a week and now you want to do it twice a week, maybe you're closer to needing like 16 emails. So it's totally up to you. Start where you are. Don't be even if it's just like, well, you know what? I'm going to start with one email. Great, just do it. Write that out, get ready. So we're looking at this from the higher level of 60 days of content. We want to decide what we're going to send. So if you know you're going to do emails, put in the number of how many emails you need for that 60 days. If you know you're going to do, your blog, how many, do you need to write for that many days? Now, if you're somebody that does both Facebook and Instagram, then you would say, okay, am I posting every day? Am I posting 5 days a week? Do I want just graphics? Do I want videos? So this is all personal preference. So say for Facebook, you're like, okay, we're really active there. We get a lot of clients from there. So I want to post every day. So that's easy. You can say, we need 60 days of content. So you're going to be really clear about mapping out 60 days of captions, right? So we need 60 days of captions. And this is just much easier to sit down and batch write it out. I always say, write it out before you think about what photos and graphics are going to go with it. Just do your writing. Schedule out time blocks in your calendar to do the writing, like when you're your most creative. Like, don't wait till 9 o'clock after you've worked all day behind the chair and you're exhausted, and then you're going to try to come up with some fabulous post, because you will be exhausted and you'll wonder why I forgot to do it for 14 days in a row, even though you had the best of intentions. So write out your captions all at once. That's going to be super easy, right? Then once that's done, the next thing you want to do is decide on, are you going to have X amount of graphics or videos to go with it? And then break up the captions with their proper graphic and video. And you can leave those on your phone. You can use Google Drive. You can use Dropbox, or you can use a scheduling software. Some of my favorite scheduling softwares that I like to use are Later. Sometimes we use Plan, Promo Republic, Canva, and even Creator Studio, which is absolutely free, and it's through Facebook. It's Facebook Creator Studio. So easy to use. And I can include links to these in the show notes so that you can come back and look at those. So if you're somebody that would rather plan it all out, make sure it's scheduled, I strongly urge you to check out some of those scheduling platforms so that you're using the one that works best for the way you work. Now, if you don't like that and you just want to keep it on your phone, you can have like a whole section on your phone that has the notes, where that would be where you'd store all your captions. And then you can create a folder for what days of the week you're posting, which of your graphics and videos, and then literally set a reminder on your phone to copy and paste the caption with the graphic and video to the platform of your choice. So if it's Facebook, do Facebook. If it's Instagram, do that. If it's both, do both. Totally up to you. But this is a really simple way to get 60 days of content done so that you don't have to worry about it. Now, I'm somebody that struggles with remembering to do it when I have the alert. So I like to schedule out the base of it, but then I go live and do things in the moment, because I am always hosting other podcasts, going on other people's podcasts, going and doing like live speaking engagements. So you will get a feel for what you do, but having this high level map, things planned out, this can take you, I like to do it all in a day. If I do it all in a day, it takes me about 4-6 hours if I have to do a lot of videos. But if I'm just doing graphics and captions, it'll take 4 hours of my life to plan out 60 days of content, which is really amazing. However, if you do not do that higher level work and get clarity, it'll take a lot longer. Or sometimes I break it up and I do the 2 hours of writing captions one day, and then I'll create all the graphics another day and do the scheduling. So play around with this. I hope that you find this so useful. One of my favorite reasons for batch creating content is that it forces me to really plan out my promotions and be really clear about what stuff I want to share with my clients and my audience. Like, how can I really serve people? It forces me to dive deeper and really clarify that so that I'm, on point and not confusing people. So that's like it's sort of an added benefit, like the cherry on top. It also allows you to do all the other things that you need to do in your business. Like once you know that, okay, I'm showing up on all the platforms I'm supposed to, then social media doesn't feel like a time suck and a time waster. It's very strategic. It's helping you either build that know, like, and trust with your audience, or it's helping you attract in new clients. Like they're aware of you. Maybe they didn't know you existed. So, and they're like, oh, wow, I really want to go to that salon. So, or if you're a realtor, they're like, oh my God, I really want to sell my house right now. So whatever it is, just think about putting some time on it and really planning. It sounds like, oh my God, do I have that much work to do? But by doing it this way, you'll free up so much time, and it allows you to be really creative and be really present in your business so that you can really serve your clients and your team. So let me know how this goes for you guys. Don't forget to check out the show notes so that you can see all the links to help you if you want to get into really creating this where it's scheduled out and mapped out. And then definitely share this post, like share this podcast with anyone else that you know would benefit from. Like, this is how you get organized and really free up some time and space in your calendar. And this can save you, I'm telling you, it can end up saving you about 10 hours or more per week by doing it this way. So if you are somebody that's always looking to save time, money, and energy, this is one of my top secrets. So happy content creation, and reach out, let me know how it goes, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.